I have previously defended Chief Justice, the former Chief Justice Chandrachud, by saying that look, it doesn't matter whether he decided uh, this case in this way or that way. What matters is whether he can contribute to the science of law, to jurisprudence. And, I thought that because he'd been to Harvard law school and that, he's relatively young, and I should emphasize that he was just about 4 years older than me. We went to the same school in Delhi, St. Columbus School. And I was bullish on his prospects. But, you know, then I discovered that he didn't know shit about the law and that he really did believe that courts could usurp uh, the legislature, they could usurp executive authority, and thus he was a votary of Amartya Sen's idea that justice can be purely arbitrary. Justice just means you can do what the fuck you like. You say, well, it's just, so I can do it. And this is Chandra truth. Truth. I say this advisedly. What is the truth? The truth is that justice is a service industry. What Chandrachud, truth, this truth should have been saying to the Gujarati lawyers who are graduating is that look, India has a very good software industry. Yep, it earns money for India. India has a really shitty legal services industry. Now, under the British, legal services burgeoned. Many of us people, even if you look at Atal Bihari Vajpayee, his father was a Sanskrit Pandit. He was teaching in a college. So Atalji, he was able to go to law school. But his father, when he retired, he joined his son. He said, "मुझे भी advocate बनना है. Let me, he was forced into retirement, and he hoped to earn some money. And I know this because I come from South India, not from Madhya Pradesh, and something like that happened with my great grandfather. See, at one time, British law increased total factor productivity. That's why lawyers got paid good money, and even politicians could raise total factor productivity, which is why they got created dynasties like that of uh, the Nehrus or this one or that one, who are still with us today. But when you're drinking your lemonade, or even it could be uh, your own piss, because you may be a follower of Moraji Desai, and whether you drink your own piss or you drink some lemonade or some lager, whatever it may be, the fact remains that unless if you're a lawyer, young lawyer, unless Indian legal system uh, from maybe getting 1.2 billion out of a global market of 1.3 trillion, yeah, unless it finds ways to raise its share of that, And it can't do that through legislative means, through restrictive means, rent extractive means, because it's easy to disintermediate any particular legal jurisdiction. And also, don't forget that when courts issue orders and nobody bloody complies, nothing happens. The sky does not fall down on the people, on the heads of people. It's just the judges, 6 years later, 5 years later, they say, "Oh, we note with dismay, with distress that we said this, and then nothing happened." Fuck, we can do about it. It's like the judiciary doesn't have any fucking executive power, doesn't have any actual legislative power. You may say, well, there's just made law. There's only just made law, provided people believe it's the solution of a coordination problem and that it is sharing focal. If it isn't, it's ignored. It just doesn't exist. This is the truth about uh, Indian or any other style of jurisprudence. Now, we may say, but Chandrachud, that truth went to Harvard. Harvard is a doctor of law from Harvard. This is, he's a stupid as shit. He is quoting uh, a nonce, a completely rubbish piece of shit. He talks about cultural imperialism as a face of oppression. And she died. She died. There was Iris May. That was his name. You know, 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago. This is nonsense. This man is an idiot. Chandrachud is a chooth. Chandra fucking chooth. Stupid cunt who harmed India. He harmed the legal profession. Singapore is tiny. Do you know how much? 1.2 billion is the Indian legal market in dollars. But the top half, the creamy layer, I think about at least 12% is Singapore's 0.9 billion export surplus. Of course, in London, we've got a bigger export surplus. I don't know what is the creamy layer of Indian uh, legal cases which come into under British jurisdiction because you can trust the British judge, you can trust the British barrister. Whereas in India, you know that Chandrachud and his other truths are going to be fucking each other and sucking each other off and being really, really stupid. This is a Supreme Court which said that a ambassador can void his own immunity. Was Indian Supreme Court is shit, and nobody trusts it. And and you just look at the when they reverse a tribunal decision and so on. Look at what is happening to the funds that India needs to develop. It becomes prohibitively expensive. So thank you, Chandrachud, you stupid cunt. Fuck off to Harvard of 1980s, and shove your head up your fucking ass, you stupid cunt. Watch out. See what J.D. Vance says. Bench fucks up, executive ignores it. Now, I don't know how that will develop because I don't know how that will unfold. But Chandrachud is shit. The one smart guy who went to St. Columba's along with you and with me, I mean, a few years later, was Chandracunt. He changes with the times. I'm Saira Banu, very famous actress. Fuck off. Yeah, this fuck off. Yeah, there were people at St. Columba's who, like Raji Serene, who said that I was Saira Banu, that I could pass for her. He was wrong. Fuck you, Raji Serene. Fuck you. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, fuck you very much. Nevertheless.